The upcoming episode of Mystery at Blind Frog Ranch, titled Detonation Threat, promises to be filled with suspense and excitement. In this episode, the team takes on a challenging task as they drill beneath the armory. Their goal is to reach a flooded area underground, a place that has been shrouded in mystery. The team is eager to uncover what lies beneath the surface, but they are unaware of the potential dangers that await them. As the drilling progresses, the team makes an unexpected discovery that could pose a serious threat to the ranch. This revelation adds a layer of tension to the episode, as the stakes become higher with each passing moment. The team must navigate the risks while trying to uncover the secrets hidden beneath Blind Frog Ranch. Despite the hazardous conditions, Duane remains determined to push forward. His focus is on finding the elusive Aztec gold, a treasure that has captivated the team's interest for some time. Duane's unwavering spirit could lead to significant breakthroughs, but it also raises questions about the safety of the team and the ranch itself. Viewers can expect a blend of adventure and mystery in Detonation Threat. With the potential for danger lurking underground and the quest for gold driving the team forward, this episode is sure to keep audiences on the edge of their seats. The balance between exploration and safety will be a key theme, making this a must-watch for fans of the series. The Detonation Threat episode of Mystery at Blind Frog Ranch. The Detonation Threat episode of Mystery at Blind Frog Ranch is all new. There are some places on Earth where the land just seems different, and Blind Frog Ranch in eastern Utah is one of those places. Locals say the land is cursed and holding on to treasures. Landowner Duane Ollinger is determined to find what is hidden in the 7 underground caves on the 160-acre ranch. Duane has sunk everything he has into hunting for what he believes is a vast fortune of gold on his property. However, as he gets closer to finding the treasure, the land seems to hold on tighter, stopping him in his tracks. The Utah sun bore down on Blind Frog Ranch with relentless intensity, casting harsh shadows across the jagged terrain. From above, the property looked like a quiet patch of earth, just desert, shrubs, and ancient rock. But beneath the surface, things stirred, both human and otherworldly. Episode 5 of Season 5, titled Detonation Threat, dove headfirst into the ranch's most dangerous chapter yet. As dawn broke over the Uinta Basin, tension coiled tight around the crew like a rattlesnake ready to strike. Duane Ollinger, ever the stoic operator of Blind Frog Ranch, stood overlooking the excavation site. The team had made progress. Too much progress. What began as a hopeful search for treasure, Spanish gold, relics, and truths buried deep within the land, had begun to twist into something darker, more volatile. The previous episode ended with the team unearthing a sealed metallic container deep within the old mining shaft, an object out of place and time. Its strange welds and foreign markings had baffled both their historian and the explosives expert they'd brought in just days before. Now, the potential for detonation hung like smoke in the air. In the early morning hours, Chad Ollinger, Duane's son and trusted right hand, maneuvered the mini excavator slowly toward the mouth of the shaft. He wasn't taking any chances. Dust curled up in spirals as the machine crawled over fractured limestone. Beneath the surface, the container waited. Back at base camp, equipment hummed, a half-dozen seismic monitors pulsing silently against the ground, measuring minute shifts. A military-grade Jiva counter clicked intermittently, low but persistent. The data analyst, Jen, scrolled through the screen, eyes narrowing. She flagged a brief but unmistakable spike in electromagnetic activity, isolated precisely where the container sat. The ranch's strange energy anomalies had long been documented, but this was something else. Down below, Eric Bard, the ranch's lead scientist, made his way carefully into the shaft. The darkness swallowed him quickly, leaving only the pale glow of his headlamp bouncing off the stone walls. The container was wedged between fractured rock, half embedded, like it had been there for decades, or longer. A series of hairline cracks ran along the shaft's supports, deep and recent. The container itself looked too modern, too intact to belong underground. No rust, no visible corrosion. The object seemed to reject time. Topside, Charlie Snyder, the explosives consultant, examined new images taken with ground-penetrating radar. The readings were bizarre. Instead of clearly defined metallic edges, the container's composition appeared blurry, unstable even, as if parts of it were facing in and out of visibility on the scan. He didn't like it. And he liked even less the fact that there were oxide near the outer casing, an explosive so volatile it was nicknamed the Mother of Satan. The crew assembled in the command trailer. A low hum of machinery and data streams filled the space, but no one spoke. Eyes flicked from monitors to the map of the underground shaft, to the timer counting down next to a thermal image of the container. The countdown had appeared without explanation earlier that day. 48 hours and falling. With no known origin and no interface, the digital timer seemed embedded in the object itself. They couldn't cut it. They couldn't access the interior. The risk of triggering detonation was too high, and that was assuming it was a bomb. The alternative was worse. Eric theorized the object might not be of earthly origin. Its unique alloy composition, the EN spikes, the countdown, it all paralleled stories told by locals about ancient sky visitors. The old Ute legends spoke of forbidden zones, of artifacts left by beings from the stars, buried deep to keep them from waking. Chad proposed sealing the shaft and walking away, but Duane wouldn't hear it. Too much had been lost. Money, time, trust. He believed they were closer than ever to uncovering the truth that Blind Frog Ranch had guarded for centuries. As daylight faded, preparations were made. A containment zone was established. Drones were deployed to monitor seismic changes. A robotic rover, equipped with a high-definition camera and a vibration-sensitive arm, was prepped to approach the container in the night. If they couldn't defuse it, or understand it, maybe they could at least observe it safely. The rover descended into the shaft just after 11 p.m., its treads whispering over the dusty floor. The camera fed eerie images back to the trailer, the metallic surface reflecting the dim lights, the countdown continuing, 15 hours and dropping. As the robotic arm extended, a pulse of energy rippled through the shaft, knocking out the feed. The trailer went dark. Backup generators kicked on moments later, flooding the monitors with static. Then, a frame-by-frame playback began. The pulse had emitted directly from the object, and for a split second, a symbol appeared on its surface, like a glyph, ancient and geometric. The container responded to observation, almost like it was aware. The power flickered again. This time, the satellite phone lost connection. An unexplainable low-frequency hum started reverberating through the metal trailer walls. It wasn't audible at first, but it registered on audio equipment and began spiking on internal frequencies. Jen noted the signal had a pattern, one repeating every 66 seconds. Morse code? A warning? Charlie had seen enough. He packed his gear, insisting the ranch was now a blast zone and should be evacuated. But before he left, he planted seismic charges along the western ridge, his own contingency plan in case detonation became inevitable. If it exploded, he wanted to force the shockwave upward, not outward. Dawn returned, but it brought no comfort. The air felt charged, the sky strangely cloudless, as if the land was holding its breath. With 5 hours left, The team made a final attempt to X-ray the container using a portable radiography unit. The images returned half-formed, scrambled. But what they could make out defied logic. Multiple chambers, nested spheres inside, none of which obeyed normal material behavior. One appeared to be suspended in midair within the chamber, with no visible support. The team faced a choice. Dig it out and risk detonation. Bury it and live with the unknown? Or trigger the seismic charges and collapse the shaft? Duane stared at the countdown. 3 hours, still ticking. Whatever it was moving toward something. And it wasn't stopping. Eric proposed one last option. He had analyzed the pattern of the electromagnetic pulses and believed he could mimic the signal to either delay or deactivate the countdown. It was a long shot, based on incomplete data and several leaps of theoretical physics. But it was better than doing nothing. They fed the signal through a custom-built transmitter adjusted for frequency drift and launched it toward the container. The moment it hit, the temperature in the shaft spiked. A high-pitched whine flooded the monitors. On screen, the countdown froze.